Hello everyone, welcome to TVZ. Today we will see how I made Zoom bot to attend my online class. So for that we will be needing two softwares, which is Python and Visual Studio Code. I will give the link to install it in the description. If you find any problem in installing, please comment below. I will look into it. So to begin, we will start with creating a folder. I have already created Zoom automation, and then I have some images. I will get back to it later. And then after opening the folder, just right click and open with code. So we will come into the Visual Studio text editor, and here we will just create a file naming zoomauto.py. .py is the extension for Python projects. So we will be writing Python. We will have to import some packages which will be helping us while doing this automation. For that we will have to go to terminal and install some of the packages which will be given in the description. Just copy those, paste it, pip install Kinter, pip install pandas, all those. Just wait for installation and then reload the text editor and then try again. So we will start with importing. We will import PyAutoGUI. We will import subprocess. We will import Kinter. We will import time, import pandas as pd, and then we will import from date time. We will import date. Okay, these are the things we are going to import. This will be helping us throughout the automation. I will be telling about this when we write the code. So let's begin. The first process is we need to open the Zoom application. So for that I will define a function calling sign in, and then inside this I will write subprocess dot popen and in braces and double inverted comma. Inside this I will have to give the path of the Zoom application .exe file, not a shortcut or anything. We need an exact application path here, so that the subprocess, we imported subprocess because subprocess help us in opening the file in our computer. So we will just quickly find that path and paste it here. For that I will go to this PC. We'll just search Zoom and right click on this, open file location. It's a shortcut. Again you can go to file location. We have to again right click and go to open file location. There you go. You get the Zoom application here. You need to copy the path of this so that you can run this. So we will again right click and go to properties. We will copy the path, and then you have to look at the application name properly, capital Z WM, and it is .exe file. So we will just paste that here, and then we had zoom.exe. So the single backslash won't work in this case. You might get an error. So it's better to use a double backslash. We will put it quickly. Okay. So now this must help us to open the Zoom. We will just call the function. Okay. This will help us to open the Zoom. We will try it out. We will just run the code. Yeah. So we got the Zoom application open here. Now we need to automate the things, like the cursor should search for this join button and click on this join button. You have to enter a valid ID and then press enter or click here, and then you have to enter a password, and then you have to join meeting. Again, the join meeting you can press here, or you can just click enter. So yeah, this is. So we will take a screenshot of this join button, the meeting ID, this text box, and then we will take a screenshot of this meeting passcode, and we will write the code. So I have already took the screenshots. This is join button, meeting passcode, and the enter meeting ID of personal link. Okay, these are my screenshots. Now we will have to just automate all this. For that we will so after opening the Zoom, we will just ask our compiler to wait for some time. We will just ask to wait for 5 seconds. So the time we are using to make our program sleep for some time, so we imported the time. We will ask it for wait for 5 seconds so that the Zoom application gets open. In your case, if your computer is slow, you can extend it for 10 seconds to be safer. Okay, then we will have to next step is to locate the join button and click the join button. So for that we will just create a variable called the join button, and in this we will write Pyoto GUI dot locate center on screen join.png, and then confidence is equal to 0.5. So this is Pyoto GUI. We have imported it here. So what this does is it helps us to automate our mouse movements, our keyboards, and you can process the images on our screen. So what we are doing is the join PNG, this image, we are asking our Pyoto GUI to locate it on screen, and if it is confident, like it is 50% sure that the image on screen and the image we are given is same, then it will return as the location of that image. We have given locate center on screen. It will locate the center of this image, like we will have the address of this part so that the mouse can come here and click it there. And if it is 50% confidence, it will give us the output. So we will now, after this line of code, we will be having the location x and y axis of our button in this join button. So we will have to move our mouse to that place, that x and y axis, and then we have to click it on the same place. So for that we will just use again Pyoto GUI dot, we will move our join button. So we have moved join button. Inside this you will be having the x and y axis. Okay, then again we will use Pyoto GUI, then we will just use click function. Inside the click function you will give again join button. Okay, so what this code makes, actually it will search for our join button, and then when it is 50% confidence that in our screen that is the thing, you will get our x and y axis, and again by using Pyoto GUI you will locate the x and y axis through our cursor, and then we will just click on that location. After that we will just wait for 1-2 seconds. So we will wait for 2 seconds so that we can continue with our next process after waiting for some time. You know, after joining, it took some time to open the next tab. So in the next tab, what it was, we had to enter our join ID and we have to press enter to go further. So again we will use one variable which is join ID. We will again write same code, Payoto GUI dot locate on screen, and then we will give as join ID, and then confidence again we will give 0.5. Okay, and then we will again move our cursor to there, Payoto GUI dot move join ID, and then we will click it, Payoto GUI dot click join ID, and then we have to enter our ID. So for that we will use Payoto GUI dot write, inside a single quotation we will have to write the ID. So we will take the ID from Zoom, which is here. Okay, let me take this ID, I'll copy this, I'll just paste it here and remove the white spaces. Okay, now it is writing, and we will just wait for 1 second. And then we will press enter. So again Payoto GUI dot press, inside this we will have to press enter. Okay, so this block of code is just locate the join ID PNG, and then it will move there, it will click and it will write the ID, and it will wait for 1 second and it will press enter. And after that we will have to enter the password of the Zoom. So again the same thing, we will just copy this code, we will paste it here, we will give it password, and again the image will be pwd. So we have the image here, this is the image we are looking for, password, and then we will move it here, we will click, and the password is 12345, and we will sleep for 1 second again, and then we will press enter. Okay, now let's see how this code works. We will just run the code. Okay, the Zoom is open, it will wait for 5 seconds and click join. Yeah, it clicked the join button, now it must. Okay, we got an error, let's see what is that. Okay, here I have not given the .png. So .png is very important so that it locates the image properly, so don't forget it. Let's run it again. It will wait for 5 seconds and click the join button. Yes, yes, it entered the password. Yes, it's waiting. Okay, this also there we got an error, that is because after entering the password we have not given time for it to sleep. We will again sleep for some 3 seconds. No, we will sleep for 5 seconds, and then we will execute the next block of code. We will run it again and see. Hope this time it works. Okay, the Zoom is open, the join button is clicked, we have entered the ID, press enter, You have entered the password and again it has pressed enter. Yes, that's it guys. We have completed the half part of the automation. Now we have just automated the whole process. Now we need to schedule it. So the main part is to schedule it. So how can we schedule it on the basis of time? So for that I will create another folder. I will give schedule.csv. .csv file, it helps to create an Excel kind file where you can write the datas, and it is easy to take the datas out, and it is easy to manipulate with this. So we will give time here, we will give ID here and password, and in the next line we will give time on basis of 24 hours, that is what's the time now, 16:1. Let's try 16:5:05 and we will give day, and the ID must be okay. We have the ID here, so we will just copy the ID from here, paste it here, and the password is 12345. Okay, now I have this data here: time, day, ID and password. Now I have to check for this time, and when this time and the actual time is equal, we will just take out this ID and password and run the function, and we will run the sign in function. Okay, so let's see how we can code that. Okay, uh, to read the CSV file we are using pandas. It helps to read this module help us to read the CSV file, and we have named it as PD. So we will write a variable df is equal to pandas dot read CSV, and we will give the file name, that is schedule dot. We will have to give the folder name, folder path dot extension, and we will have to put it in a single colon. So what we have in df, we have the whole data of this thing in the df, and after that we will just give a while loop, while one. This is an infinite loop which will be executed and infinite times, where while one is always true, and it keeps working, so that it keeps checking the time, and now initialize the time to a variable. So now equal to date time dot now dot strf time, inside double quotation percentile h colon percentile m space percentile a. So this is basically fine. So in now we are storing the date and time now. So we have used the date and time, we are taking it there. In now we have the current date, time and the day. So what this do is it will take the current date and time. This is hour, month, and this is the day. It will take the current time and it will store in the now variable. After that we will just check if now in str df of single quotation time. So what we are doing is we are checking if now the current time is in this CSV file where the header is time. So we will check the header. Okay, it's in small letter t. We will just write it as small letter t. We are checking if the time, this time and the current time is in that folder. If it is in that folder, we will just confirm and take the value of row. We will just give row equal to df dot location df time equal to now. Then we will give meeting ID equal to str row dot iloc 0,1 and then meeting pwd is equal to str row dot iloc 0,2. Okay, so now what this code is like, we have searching the time. Now we are just searching in, if you think you have a multiple values, imagine you have 4 to 5 values and each will be obviously different. Okay, now what it does is, it just if in this if condition we will check the now the current date is in this row or in this column. So if the current date time is in this column, then it will come inside this if loop, and in this we will take the row out from that column from that same date, so that we are checking here the df time, that is the df time, this one. If any of this is equal to the current time, we are just taking the whole row into this row variable. After that we are initializing into mid and mpassword the value of row. This is 0,1 means the zeroth sheet, the first variable. This is 0 and this is 1 and this is 2. It starts with 0 1 2. In this is the zeroth sheet, the whole sheet, and this is the location 0, this is 0, this is 1 and this is 2. So we have the row value of current time, and we were taking this 1 and 2 into the variable, and we will just pass it into the sign-in function, and we will print sign in successfully, and then we will sleep for 40 seconds. So in this what we are doing is, okay, we will need to take the ID and password here. We will just give ID and we will give here pwd password. Okay, so here we have took the all the data into this df variable, and then we have initialized the current time in this now variable, and we are checking if the current time is in that table. If the current time is in the table, we will just take out all the row and store it in this row, and we will copy the id and password into this mid and mpassword, and then we will call the function sign in, and we will send the argument id and password, so that it will come here. It will take the id and password, it will open the zoom, and it will automate all the things, and then it will print sign in successfully, and it will sleep for 40 seconds, and then again it will keep on checking. The while loop is true and it is infinite loop. It keeps on checking until you get the same time to execute. Now let's automate it and see. So current time is 6:15, 16:15. We will just assign it to 16:16, and then we will just run it and see. So it's still 16:15. Okay, it is, sorry, CSV. In this PyAutoGI, we might get some errors, so we will just put a try block so that it works all perfectly. So I'll just give a try block, and then here I'll give accept, and in accept I'll give a pass. Okay, so here we go, we have done it all, and now we will just set the time. It's 16:34. We will just make it to 16:35, and it's Sunday. So we will just run the program. It's running. Okay, in 16:35 the Zoom is open. It should do, yes, it click the join button. It's entering the ID. It's entering the password, and it click the join button. Yes, there you go. You have automated Zoom here, and using this thing, Kinter, you can just create a GUI which is very simple. If you need, you can make, else this will work. So this is optional, Kinter. As the video is gone long, I might do that in the next video. So this is how you can automate Zoom and make your bot to attend your online class. Thank you.